The mouth is the source of disaster. Running our mouths tends to get us into trouble, doesn't it? The saying is a reminder to, more or less, shut your trap. Because sometimes, it's better to not say anything at all. Self-work, self-profit. Depending on how this phrase is used, it could mean something more positive like you get what you give or hard work pays off. But most of the time, it's used negatively to mean what goes around comes around. Because karma. Not knowing is Buddha or ignorance is bliss. I love this Japanese idiom. It might seem confusing at first, but let me explain. Buddha here represents nirvana, the state of enlightenment. To be in a state of enlightenment, you have to give up earthly concerns and be at peace. So, not knowing is peaceful. Ignorance is bliss. The nail that sticks out is struck. This saying means when you stick out, you're likely to get criticized. Those who try to be different in Japan often meet with a lot of resistance. So, this phrase is quite common. It's easier to give birth than to think about it. Basically, this means don't worry about it. It's easy to stress over the future, but often what we worry so much about is easier than we think it will be. Those who chase two hares won't even catch one. This proverb means the same thing. When your focus is divided, you'll fail to succeed at either. Not seeing is a flower. Reality is never as good as your imagination. This is one of those Japanese proverbs that would be confusing to hear without context. The idea is, you can picture how beautiful the flower will be when it blooms. But often your imagination builds up the beauty of this flower and the reality doesn't compare. Sake shows true feelings. The word, hanchin, means true heart or true feelings. So this phrase means that what's said while drinking is often how a person truly feels. A mumbled daisuchi, daisuki, I love you, while drinking isn't just the sake talking. Two bodies, same heart. When a couple gets married, it's often said that two become one. That's the same idea here. It could be used to say someone is your soulmate or to describe the union of love, heart to heart. This Yojijakugo phrase means heart to heart or to share your true heart's emotions to connect with someone else. An abalone on the shore or unrequited love. Abalone is a type of marine snail, and they're extremely rare. There's a Japanese song about a man who dives in the sea looking for abalone as in a one-sided romance. So, this phrase came to mean unrequited love. Love and a cough cannot be hidden. Like when you're sick and you can't suppress a cough, love can't be hidden. It's always obvious when someone's in love. There's no medicine for falling in love. Harita means to fall in love. Yamai means disease. And kusuri nashi means there's no medicine or there's no cure. Together, it means there's nothing that can fix lovesickness. Everybody's friend. This isn't a positive idiom, but rather, to describe someone who tries to please everyone. They try to be everyone's friend, and so they're not loyal to anyone. Continuing on is power, or don't give up. Even when things get hard, pushing through leads to power and strength. That's why this Japanese proverb means, there's strength in continuing on. Don't give up. Fall 7 times, get up 8. This is definitely one of the most famous Japanese proverbs. You've probably heard the English version, if at first you don't succeed, try and try again. It's another phrase that means don't give up, only a fool deals with a fool. Have you heard the English saying, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me? Well, this Japanese saying has a bit of nuance like that. The word aho in Japanese is stronger than the word for baka, but they both mean idiot. So it's saying you're a greater fool for trying to fight with a